morning to all. I'm so happy to visit this campus always because this is started by a visionary, and he is so lucky to have a successor with a vision. And that next generation person is my close friend also, Mr. Faisal Khan. We used to walk the museum grounds in the morning. That time he tell me about all his vision, and I was so surprised to see a person matching with my vision. So I told him, I'll surely come to your campus and make some drastic changes. As per my career design, my next phase is focused on the transformation of education system to match with the industry. So I need some testing grounds from the school level, college level, professional level, different levels. I need testing grounds. So we started these testing grounds from Attapadi Tribal School. Then we have a testing ground among our staff children. In my village, we have started another career design center now. Now we need a real professional campus to test it. So that's why we selected niche. So last time when I came, I said the first thing to start this revolution is to have a theater classroom. Without theater classroom, I can do nothing because I am from the film industry. I always believe that the best classroom in the world is a movie theater. You must be surprised. It's a fact. Because in a movie theater, we can transfer almost 200 pages of information into your brain so effectively in 3 hours, which normally a campus, an educational campus, takes minimum 6 months. And so many hours and hours of training, and ultimately only the few front benches will understand maybe 80-90%. Most of the back benches, they even fail to score 40%. This is our current education system. And we use physics and chemistry classes to learn English. No, the mother tongue should be used for the best education. That's why when we select the movies to watch, your first choice is your mother tongue movies. Your brain wants such kind of dishes. If you watch another language movie, the brain has to translate it first. There's a communication loss. So if you use this method in the education, you are purposely focusing out. You are creating a drain hole. What is the difference between a real theater and this particular hall? Here you can see so many windows outside. You have reasons to divert yourself, and enough echo is here. You are not getting proper sound. So many things which will deteriorate the quality of the training. But in a closed environment like a theater, it is fully focused. No external sounds. Your brain can take 2 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So hundreds and thousands of frequencies are around us. If you want to memorize something, a particular frequency sound, you need to delete the rest. For that, you need to have an acoustic chamber like a theater, where no external sound and internal sound getting bounced. That's why we need to have acoustic panels. And you need to have a fully focused screen where a 4K projection you can provide. There is no distraction. You are 130-degree angle of vision, fully focused on the theater. Rest everything is darkness. That's why when you are in the movie theater, you forget about your mobile. You continuously watch it. You never make any note. At the end of the movie, you understand it, you enjoy it. If it's a boring movie, okay, of course you will say it's a boring movie. But you understand it. And everyone enjoy it. That's why even after 20 years, 30 years, movies which you watched, you still remember and you can tell the story. But the book you learned in the class 20 years back, if you ask something, you may not be remembering also. So this is the difference between a visual media based theatre education and a conventional method of thing. And in a theater education, there is no teacher. It's the content is taking the class. And the audio track you can change to n number of languages so that you can enjoy it in the mother tongue. That's why that is the basics of our next generation education system. And luckily we started the right time where AI has taken over the content generation part. In 2011, when I directed my first movie, Damn Triple Nine, for me it was a 4-year project. And I had to spend almost $10 million to create that thing. So much effort. We can say that almost 150,000 hours of manpower we put into that project. So many technicians. And almost the shooting itself is 91 days and the post-production is 1.5 years. Pre-production is almost more than 2 years. So like that, so much effort was required. But today, AI has taken over everything. If I want to make the same movie today, I need only 2 months. And what I need is few softwares and a couple of persons. That's all. Recently, I was in Turkey and one of the Indian consulate official came to me and said, India-Turkey relationship is in a very bad shape. Why can't you make a movie to dilute it? Movie is the best mode to make such kind of changes. I know that it will take years, at least 1 year, to make such a movie, and I need to spend millions. But it's a request for a reason. So I said, okay, I will do something. I came back, I called my team. I said, using technology, we need to make it. We don't have time and money to waste for this thing. It's a charity purpose. We made a plan. We said we will use AI to create it. You won't believe, in 2 weeks, we created a 7 minutes AI video, which is better than the real way of making a movie. It's a periodic story, unbelievable. You will be mesmerized. That nowadays social media is telling you how powerful is AI content making. And we sent this short film for the Goa Film Festival. For the first time, AI competition was done and we became the winner. It's a global competition. 18 countries participated. So that is the power of AI. And today, this year Oscars competition, 2 movies were submitted which were made using AI. Today morning, while I was coming to this event, I got the message. This year Oscar shortlisting for the movies listed for the Oscar final round, it has come. 5 movies from India submitted through our office got qualified. It's a revolution because so far all these years we were sending movies for almost decades. We were sending one movie through the foreign language category. But in 2011 when I made my movie, I decided this should be changed. We should compete with the Western world in the mainstream category so that every person working in the project should be eligible to get an award as director, photographer, or cinematographer, or editor. So many categories are there. But if you go in the foreign language category, it's a reservation category. For the movie, you may get a prize, and that also you are competing not with the mainstream movies, you are competing with some regional movies coming from different countries. That is not a real Oscar award. For me, years to identify the route, how to reach there. I went to Los Angeles, discussed with many people. No one knows how to take a movie from India to the mainstream. But ultimately, we made a path. Today, almost 70 movies from India we take to the Oscars through the mainstream, and all the submissions we have done is 100% got selected. On an average, every year we are sending 5 movies these days. That means, if you have a target, if you decide something, if you design something, the chance of reaching is there more than 90% if you would design it properly. In an Oscar case, for us it is 100% success rate. I won't say that always your destiny, if you design, it will be 100% success, but 90% we can ensure. That is my life experience. I always believe that destiny is decided by your karma, and the karma can be designed. That means destiny can be designed. Today, our subject is career design through sailing. What do you mean by that one? while sailing, what is your career design? This is maybe you are thinking while you are sailing as a marine engineer or a captain, how you can design your career. But think it in a different perspective. Take life as an ocean, your career as a ship. And the life of a ship normally is 20 years. So you take your entire life as a multi-layer sailing process. The first career design, 20 years. Then next 20 years, 3 phases of your life. At the age of 3, you start. After 3 years, you are joining LKG or something, or kindergarten. The first 20 years, that is 3 to 20 to 23 years, your education, your academic life. Then the next 20 years, your professional career, you are building up. You become a master, and then before retirement, next 20 years, you are on the top layer, and it is your responsibility to become a mentor and give the knowledge to the next level. Like that, if you design it properly, there will be something different happening in your life. Unfortunately, this is not happening among 98% of the people, including you and me. I was also a victim of wrong career design. My passion was into something. Since my brother was a naval architect, he told me to become a naval architect. I became a naval architect. But I believe that I did justice to my profession. I did not waste it. Today, that's why Aries is world's #1 in design. But to get the happiness, that naval architecture is not sufficient not for me. That's why 50% I put for my profession and 50% I put for other projects. Today, other than the jobs of a CEO of Aries Group, I am personally handling more than 50 projects, including this Mighty Mariner is one of the project actually. I am doing this not for money, actually this is for the happiness. I am spending this day, I believe every minute is money actually. I am investing this time of my life for you, for the next generation. When I believe that my efforts transform the next generation, it brings me happiness. But when I invest this thing in this kind of events, there should be a result. Otherwise, my efforts will be in vain. So, before starting the session, the real session on the career design, I just want to ask one question. The people sitting here, everyone used to travel in an Uber taxi or something, and most of the time you are sitting in the back seat. How many of you sitting here wearing a seat belt while traveling on the back seat always? How many? Yeah, once in a while, but not always. What is this? Basically a character deficiency actually. There is a rule, and that rule is not to stop any public nuisance or something. The first beneficiary of this rule is yourself, and you don't want to follow it. And if something goes wrong, who is going to be affected? You are the first one. And when you put yourself into trouble, you are putting your entire family into trouble. If you are heading an organization, you are putting your organization into trouble. And sometimes you become a public nuisance also, because you create an accident or something and you put others into trouble. It's a big problem actually. Is it avoidable? 100% avoidable. If you change one of your character deficiency, that means I will obey the rules. I will understand the value of the rule. Health and safety, that is my responsibility. When you enter into the industry, this is the first thing industry is looking at now. We have separate department for health and safety. Wherever we are going, we are doing big projects. Health and safety monitoring system is there. They will monitor how many mistakes you are doing under this health and safety. Your contract may be cancelled if you are not following it. In the ISO system, health and safety got that much importance. So what is the solution for this one? You need to learn it, you need to understand it, you need to accept it, and you need to follow it. This is one of the character deficiencies. Like that, almost 100 character deficiencies we have identified, which is to be corrected before joining the industry. But unfortunately, this is not in your career design. This is the sad part. We all invest, I told you, from 3 years to 23 years. 20 years you have invested for your academics. Basically, what the industry is looking at you is the real. First thing is the character transformations you have done while entering into the industry. We don't have time to correct your character after joining the industry. We can spend time to train you to develop your skill. Don't think that with the knowledge you have learned from this campus in the marine engineering on the deck side, you can come and run a ship. If I give the new ship to the students of this campus, they can never run it. Try to understand. The industry has to again invest. We are ready to train you the skill, but you don't have time to correct the character deficiencies. If you are entering into the industry with your ego, it will completely damage the ecosystem there, the happiness index there. So you need to correct all these things from the base. In our system, because we developed a system for this one, this is called EFISM, Efficiency Improvement System Management. We developed this one through AIMRI. AIMRI is our Industrial Research Institute. We have developed it as the iVarsity of the industry. This is the first iVarsity in the world. And now we are starting at the iVarsity. From the age of 3 onwards, we are taking children for the career design. They need to invest from the age 3, weekly 1 hour. After a few years, it will become weekly 2 hours. Like that, we have designed something. And the campus is getting ready in my birthplace in Punalur actually. And inauguration is in February. But parallelly, all these systems in niche, your theatre will be ready next month. Because once you have the theatre, we can design the rest of the thing. But the lesson number 1 in the career design, you should understand. Today, our event started 30 minutes late. It's a cumulative character deficiency, I should say, or a collective character deficiency, because no one is bothered about the seriousness of this 30 minutes. No problem, 30 minutes nothing. But in the industry, 30 minutes late is a serious offense. Even if 1 minute late is a late. So in character deficiency, first lesson number 1 is punctuality. 9 o'clock should be 8 hours, 59 minutes and 60 seconds. That's why I told you that initially I consider theatres as the best education centers, because you look into any movie theatre, even in villages, maybe they have only 3 shows every day, a matinee, first show, second show. But for ages, there is no difference in the show timing. First show means 6:30, it starts. Whether people come or not, the show will start. If you go to a multiplex, they have different timing. But once you announce the time on the spot, because it's a centralized system, that time the show will start. Whether you are there or not, no one cares. If you miss 1 minute, you miss 1 minute of the movie. But the theatre ambience is different, and it is so fast. If you miss 1 minute, that much information is gone. So this is the way we have now developed. So in our education system, using the AI, we are developing 4 levels of contents. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 1 is basically introducing different things. We don't know what is your talent and passion. First of all, identifying the talent. Normally, if your career design is proper in the first 20 years, it should be considered as a 5x4 system. Because first, it's a 5-year plan, basically 5-year plan into 4. That is this 20-year career design. It is like a telescopic ladder. You have, say, 3 telescopic ladders with you. First telescopic ladder, your career design. That telescopic ladder itself, you can extend it into 4. That is the 5 years is 1 level. Then you can extend. In 20 years, 1 ladder is finished. Then there is a platform. Next telescopic ladder you are putting. Next putting. So 3 levels you can retire. This is the concept basically. So when you start your career design, the first 5 years is very important. But unfortunately we all miss the train. Now you are all in the final lap. Some are here sitting here is in the final year. Maybe some are in the first year. First year people are lucky because they have a bit more time. But the final year students, if you waste your time again, you are the loser. In your campus, every minute you should count, and don't think that learning this syllabus and scoring the exam is your duty. No. With that one, you cannot show your brilliance in the industry. Your certificates is just a license or something you can show for an interview. Because we are running almost 81 companies in almost 30 countries. We get hundreds of people, freshers from the campuses for interviews. Okay, just the HR department will look into your certificates to select for the interview. Okay, with that certificate, if they come in the interview, within 2 minutes we will identify, even if you are the first rank holder. If you don't have the smartness required for the industry, you are out. Same time, if a person is coming, he is not qualified because of he is not having a certificate. But if I am getting so many requests by messages or mail, and direct appointments I have done for many people, because some people approach me saying that, sir, I have back papers, I did not score it, but I am well aware about your industry. I am passionate for the maritime sector. I am very good for the survey or something, and he sent me so much information he has already done parallelly, which is not a part of his syllabus. But with his interest, he has done several presentations, several content creations, and he creates his own resume and sent me. We are looking for this kind of people. And if I get such a person, with the properly selected person in the interview, within couple of years, the person I selected will be a manager, because he already put lot of effort for that one. See, try to understand, to run a Boeing flight, you need only 1,500 hours of training. If you again put another 3,500 hours as a pilot, you will be a master, you can be a senior pilot. Same way, if you want to become a commando, 1,500 hours of training is enough. And by 5,000 hours of training, he became the ultimate master. Same way, you try to learn a violin or a guitar. If you spend 5,000 hours, you are a master player in the world actually. But my question is, you spend 50,000 hours in your academics. You are supposed to be a master in 10 items. In how many you have excelled? Who is responsible for this one? We can point the finger to many people, to your parents, your teachers. But first of all, you need to point your finger yourself. Have you ever tried yourself for something? Don't always say that I am a minor, I did not do it, it was the responsibility of the senior. See, if you miss the train, you are the loser. So what is the solution? If there is a problem, there is a solution. Try to find out a mentor if you are a minor. If your parents are not good enough, you find out someone else. But make sure that 24 hours you get. You got 24 hours, I got 24 hours. I told you, I don't need to work in 50 projects. I have already earned enough for many generations. I can relax and enjoy the life. But to get the happiness, I want to do something else. But I got only 24 hours. But I divide it properly. 1:1:1 is the basic principle of Aphism. 1 for body, 1 for mind, 1 for karma. See, normally I spent 1 hour every day for my health, but unfortunately, my body nature is different. My weight was increasing, but Aphism said, before December 31st, last 31st, everyone should reduce their weight. They have BMI targets. So I was in the danger zone. I had no other option. I went for a weight reduction process. You believe me, I got only 20 days to reach my target. I had no other option. I got 24 hours. I have so many projects, I cannot stop it. I went to that center. It is in Ajman in UAE. I will tell you, whoever knows me in my social media or something, they understand what was me last month and what am I today. Actually, after living there, 2 kg I increased. Otherwise, I am going back again. Next week, I am going back again. Not next week, after 2 days, I am going back again. I love that place so much. In fact, I work more than my normal days there. My daily routine, I will tell you. 7 hours I sleep. 1 hour for my food and other activities, basic needs. 7 hours every day for physical exercises and for my body actually. 1.5 hours of yoga meditation. 1.5 hours walk. 1 hour in the gym. 1 hour with the physical trainer for many exercises. 1 hour in the steam and sauna. And 1 hour they have different equipments and other things to reduce it. 7 hours for the body. And 1 hour every day. Actually, as per our system, 8 hours for the body and 8 hours for the mind and 8 hours for your karma. That is the basic principle. But I spend only 7 hours, 1 hour less than normally. And 1 hour I spend for AI upgradation. Every day I have a tuition for AI upgradation. I have a teacher from US upgrading what is happening in AI every day. But 8 hours I was working. So this was my normal routine actually. So my sleep, normally the 8 hours for the body we spend for the sleep and 1 hour for the exercise. That is the normal thing. But here, I exclusively this 8 hours, instead of sleep, I put it for the exercise, 7 hours. And the time normally I spend for the happiness, for the mind, I spend for the sleep. That is the way I made some adjustment. But the result is unbelievable. I got addicted to it because normally it says that if you practice something for 21 days, it becomes habit. So my program was for 21 days. But my target was reduce 10 kg, reduce 6-inch waist. I achieved it in 20 days. I left. I said I will come back next week because I have some commitment like this. I need to come here. That's why. But because by that time, it became my habit. So in career design, what you need to do is, this is one of the deficiencies. In my life, I had everything in perfect thing except my physical thing. But still it is not perfect. I need to go back and correct it again. But now I have made it as a habit. I spend that much time for my body. If I can do it, you can also do it. So a major deficiency in my life, I corrected. Same way, in FISM, we list out 100 character deficiencies. Physical deficiencies are different. This is character deficiencies. If you want to correct it, you need 21 days. You need to keep on practicing it. So what you need to do is, if you are not punctual, tomorrow onwards, make sure that you put a program schedule every day. Okay, morning class, morning breakfast, like that 10 items you list out or 25 items. Put a time for that one. You make sure that you are on time for everything. In 21 days, believe me, you will start respecting the time like a god. Because I always consider, as per FISA, I always consider time as the god. Because if there is a god existing in this world, it should be common for everyone. Only one thing is common for everyone, that is time. 24 hours common for all. But how you invest that time, that makes the difference. If you don't respect it, you will waste it. Time is money. Count even seconds. Even our company's motto is that time is money, we count even seconds. So, forget about the past. You cannot correct it. But you can correct the future. So, if you really want to get out of something from today's investment, you are investing time to attend this session. I have invested time to come all the way to make this speech. I could have done it from Dubai online actually, but this gives a better feel. Every month I go to one campus, give a presentation like this. This month I have 2. On 27th I have one presentation at Vaishak, one of the maritime academies. Last month it was in Ganpati University in Ahmedabad. So I love to go and speak about something. But all these contents are available. If you are really passionate for your profession, try to go to our library. Amory has put all these contents for free. You can attend it for free. If you want to join a parallel training certification process, that is also available. But there is no meaning of just watching it. If you watch something, if you are investing time for something, you should practice it. Otherwise, it is just like you are going and attending motivation classes. If you open the social media, you can see so many motivation speakers these days. They conduct events. They charge like anything. And when you attend it, you get charged. What is the use? It is like taking the drugs or drinks. When you have it, it escalates you to some level. But after some time, it drains out. If you really want to be a part of your life, if you want to make some kind of changes in you, some kind of changes in you means your character deficiency correction. In the FSM, you have the 100 list. You put marks against each for 100. Give the list to your friend or your parents. Let them put the mark. See the difference. Identify the worst one with the maximum gap. If you already identified your deficiency, no problem. You can correct yourself. If you put 9 out of 10 for something and your parents are putting only 2 out of 10, that is the first thing you need to correct. Take one by one. First week of a month, you start one item and you start practicing it. Maybe after 1 or 2 weeks, take the next one. Okay, start practicing it. So, in 5 years, 100% sure, you will be a totally different person. This is basically FSM. So, before coming to the industry, we always say that if you really want to get trained in FSM, you need 5 years. But unfortunately, already you are in the final semester, you got only 1 year. But if you put some extra effort, normally we ask for 1 hour per day. Since you are in the final semester, put 2 hours, some extra effort to make it fast actually. But it is not the end of the career. You are getting into the next level. Career design never ends. It is a never ending process. You can do it. While working in the industry itself, you can do all these things. That's why we created the world's first industrial university where you can, while sailing, on board also, you can attend courses, you can make changes, you can continue with this process, and you can, when you complete 100 credits, you get a diploma, 200 credits, you get a degree, 250, you get a master's. When you finish your 20-year service and you write the professional biography, you get a doctorate. When you finish 20 years of your academics, you can write your academic biography. So many things you can do it, and within 24 hours you can easily execute it. Tomorrow I have another function in Trivandrum. I am releasing my mother's biography. My mother was supposed to be one of the Sanskrit scholars of those days before independence. There was a 5-year course in Trivandrum. Presently it is the University College. That course was Mahobadhyaya. She was the first rank holder that time, before independence. Okay, but unfortunately due to the life, because she was busy, she was working like a machine from morning 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock to manage the home. So she never got time to write her, to express her knowledge into a book or something. That time she was one of the best speakers. Her all the friends were K.R. Gauri, this Sushila Gopalan, Aisha Bhai. They all became ministers. They were all in the Communist Party. She was in the Congress. She was supposed to be the first Congress minister also if she was continuing in the politics. But she quit everything for the family. But she wrote her diaries, luckily. So I took all these diaries and it was an explosive stuff. So many information about the past which I was not aware. And I compiled everything, and that book, already the Malayalam version already got released last month, and the English version we are releasing tomorrow. What I said this is, I am so busy, but I put it as a target. I told you I have 50 projects at a time I am handling, but it is purely time management. Things you can delegate, you should be able to delegate in future. So you can also start practicing it. I am not telling you to handle 50 projects, but at least one project you should start with. When I was in the campus like this, my parents were retired teachers those days. They had no money. But today, after seeing this campus, I was thinking about, I saw an American sandwich shop here. If I get a chance to come back to this campus to start again, I will start 2 shops. Because when I was a student in the campus, I had a dry cleaning shop and a typing center. But today typing centers are not viable, not required actually. I will surely go to Mr. Faisal Khan and ask, sir, I need a space. I am starting a club here or something. Because we already signed a deal with your organization to start 25 clubs here to develop your leadership skills. Each club can develop at least 10 leaders. See, in future, it is your choice to become a leader or a follower. Our vision is to make every person in this campus as a leader. But for that, you need to have projects. To have the projects, you need to have different clubs. We need to give responsibility. Normally, we go to any campus, we take the cricket team captain straight away to our company because they are already trained leaders. But there are so many other students who are not getting exposure to become a leader. But we need to have different clubs to develop it. But one more thing we have, if I am coming back, an additional club I will start that is something related to the food. I will give a proposal that, okay, for the developing entrepreneurs, we need two spaces, small spaces, one for a dry cleaning shop and one for a sandwich shop. We have already got sandwich shops here. We will create a brand because you have almost 6,000 students here itself. Just imagine you are taking 2 rupee profit. You are not selling a sandwich for a higher rates. Basic making cost plus 2 rupees extra. 2 rupees is nowadays 2 rupees. You cannot even get a currency note for that one. For example, you are sending the sandwich for 10 rupees. 8 is the production cost and 2 is the profit. 10 rupees any student can afford. From the 6,000 students, on an average, if you make 10 rupees sales, everyday sale is 60,000. 12,000 rupees is the profit. In 30 days, how much you will make? I think in the hostel itself, you have more than 4,000 students. I don't know how many exactly here. Hostel students, at least they will come at least for a coffee. See, just imagine how much money you will make. Your club can become make $1 million in 1 year for very easily. Dry cleaning, everyone need that requirement. Because I did in my campus those days, and I was like a Ambani in our campus. Whoever wants money, they were coming to me. I never had any problem. Or I was just spending 2 hours per day for that monitoring system because I put one person to look after the shop. Only 2 hours extra I was spending. I was just managing the time. Here you can also do it. And you can do marketing, branding, you can sell this product outside also, you can identify new markets, you can give franchises, so many options are there, right? So, through this one, you can develop so many entrepreneurs. It's a sample one I told you. So, this kind of career design you need to do, and luckily we are here, your college is the testing ground, and now onwards we are going to work together. I'll be coming back. I don't want to talk anymore in this hall. I want to talk in the theatre classroom where the perfect sound system is there, perfect video projection facility is there. I want to show you many beautiful videos there. I want to transform you. Through you, let the entire world see that a campus can be transformed through visual media. Because I represent the visual media, I want to see the movie industry take over the responsibility of career design of the entire students of the nation. And thank you very much for giving this opportunity to come and address you. And let us see you again. Thank you very much.